Yo, so Scott Del Valle says that he wants to gain mass and he's doing a mass workout, lots of time under tension, but he still wants to jump higher. So Scott wants to get ripped and or massive, get big, way more, be tougher looking, whatever, and still become explosive. He wants to know how he could do it because time under tension is making him slow. I mean, slow reps, lots of burning, but he's getting bigger and he likes it. So what's the secret? Well, that's a really good question. I want to talk to you today about the two different muscle types and how you can actually train them together. You can get bigger and you can get more explosive. There's a couple tweaks you want to make to that system. That's what I want to talk about today based on your question. Scott, who is a longtime Jump Manual member. So let's talk about a couple things here. One, I wanted to get big at some point. I'm about 6'3", and one time I was 235 pounds because I wanted to get big, I wanted to get ripped. And the way you do that is by training another type of muscle. There's two types of gains you can make on your muscles. One of them is called sarcomeric. One of them is called sarcoplasmic. Two different types of muscles. So when you see guys that are really big, it's not, they have a different type of muscle growth happening. And here's the way it works. Sarcomeric means getting stronger. That's how you build stronger muscles. How do you do it? You put heavy weight on your body. And your body says, damn, this is heavy. And what it does is it reacts and says, we need to be able to lift this because we're going to get crushed. So the tension on your muscles creates a type of muscle growth. And that muscle growth increases muscle size. But that's just a little bit of muscle size. And that size does a lot for you. It's just a little bit of size, but it makes you very strong. That's why you see people with small muscles who can sometimes lift a lot of weight, because functional muscle mass actually doesn't take much to do a lot. So that's sarcomeric muscular growth. The other type is sarcoplasmic. So how does that work? Well, what that does is, let's say you're doing a rep, right? And then it's burning and you're feeling it. Well, what's happening there is the fuel in your muscle is being used up, extinguished. There's no more. All the platelets, all the blood, all the energy in your muscles is being used up. So now your body's saying, we need to do 100 reps and we can only do 95. So listen up, body. Let's store more energy in our muscles. That's why they call it sarcoplasmic growth. So what happens is the actual muscle fiber doesn't get bigger, but the fluid and plasma stored in your muscles becomes more. And you become inflated with it. Now, this type of muscle growth can get you looking real big, even if you aren't real strong. That's why you see bodybuilders sometimes who have huge muscles, but they're not as strong as powerlifters who have smaller muscles. So sarcoplasmic muscle growth is when you train to exhaustion, you train to failure, and your body says, hey, let's take this to the next, let's take our fuel storage to the next level. So there's two types of growth. If you want to gain both at the same time, you can. That means you got to do high tension and you got to exhaust your muscles. Now your muscle size, actual, contractile strength is getting bigger and you're storing more fluid. So how do you do it? Well, first you focus on high tension, and then at the end of your workout, you focus on exhaustion. Now you've trained yourself at a high tension level, meaning you've put, more tension on your muscle than is normal. This glass of water, this ain't high tension. So in order to get your body to react to high tension, you've got to put more tension than you typically have on your body. Otherwise, your body doesn't grow. I mean, sipping a glass of water doesn't give you big biceps or strong biceps. So first thing to do is put high tension on the muscles you want to grow. So if you're doing the Jump Manual in the Jump Workbook, if you go to jumpworkbook.com, we show you exactly what muscles to get stronger. And that strength in those muscle groups. Hey, man. Thanks. Thanks, bro.
That one was just sitting.
Yeah, I was just sitting. Okay, bro. Thanks, man. Okay, now I got a heavier one. Still not enough. So we show you exactly what muscles to get stronger and what joint angles. Then we show your body how to use that. So that type of strength is going to get you jumping higher. if you want to then get bigger, once you've given your body the stimulus to get stronger, let's say you want to get bigger too. Well, that's fine. Sure, big shoulders, big pecs is actually going to weigh you down, but that doesn't mean you can't still do it. You know, you can still increase your relative strength, jump higher, and get big pecs and biceps if you want. You can still do that. It's fine. But what you want to do is train to exhaustion in the areas you want hypertrophy after you've already trained your strength, right? And you can do this in the same set if you like. I mean, in the same session. But just train your strength and explosiveness first. And there may even be some benefit to doing exhaustion training after you've trained your strength, because you get fresh blood in there and your recovery could be improved. So now here's a tip on training to exhaustion. You see, exhaustion is based, there's true exhaustion and then there's perceived exhaustion. For example, let's say this gold MacBook, it's not pink, it's not pink. Anyways, let's say it weighs 50 pounds and I can only do 10 of them. And I'm like, oh, that's exhaustion, that's failure. I did 10 of them. Well, it's not. Failing at a heavier weight is not muscular failure. So what you do is you change it out for a lighter weight. Now I got this cup of water, you know. Okay, I do it over and over again. Well, now I'm saying, hey, well, I can't do any more. Is my muscle at failure? It's still not. Now you do this straw. Now if you fail with this straw, then you know that you're at complete muscular failure, because this practically weighs nothing. So now your muscles are saying, I actually can't even contract anymore. I've completely depleted all of the fuel I have. Now you're going to be getting gains from a sarcoplasmic point of view. So guys, to sum up, high tension or lifting heavy weights trains your body to progressively get stronger, and it's a process. It takes time. You know, your muscles break down, your body says, hey, why are we lifting heavy weights? We probably need to be stronger. And then it recovers, and the next week you're a little stronger. You may not even notice it until 3 weeks, and then you say, hey, now I notice it, but you are getting stronger. And that takes intensity, that takes tension on your muscles. That is called sarcomeric hypertrophy. And then the other way is you must deplete your fuel, meaning you need to take your muscle to exhaustion. And that's not exhaustion with 50 pounds, because that's not true exhaustion. There's more in the tank. You're just not able to use it with a 50-pound weight. So you need to basically fail that muscle at a very light weight. Now you're going to be growing your muscle in two different ways, right? A bigger tank and a bigger actual muscle. You know, a bigger engine and a bigger gas tank. So that's when you get sarcomeric and sarcoplasmic. That's when people start to think you're on steroids because you're getting stronger and bigger, faster. I see it all the time. When people do that correctly, high tension, and they extinguish their muscles properly, you see a lot of muscle growth. You see a lot of size growth because you're getting size in two different places. So Scott, I hope that answers your question. You can do them at the same time. Just make sure that you favor training your strength, your explosiveness, and your technique before you start to train to muscular failure. I just got a question from Scott. He's now on here. What's up, Scott? I got two Scotts on here, Scott Bias and Scott Duvall. Let me see if I can get your question in here. Oh, okay. He's actually commenting on the other thread. Scott, man, I'm on here live. Anyways, Scott Duvall, if you're on here, leave the questions in the comments. We'll chat separate from this. Thanks for being a customer. If you guys like this, if it's too technical, too sciencey, let me know. If you need clarification. Otherwise, please like and share this video. I hope it's helpful to you.